Hi crafters, Amy here, and I have some single layer cards with some simple stamping to share today. I just got this brand new gorgeous stamp set from Catherine Pooler. It's called Boho Feathers. It's just solid stamping. It's got this beautiful detail on these feathers, and I've been seeing people using them, and I was enabled. I had to have them. I had to have all the things. So anyway, I bought this beautiful stamp set, and I'm just kind of laying it down all over the place. Kind of have a plan in mind, but I don't usually, well, I don't ever make cards beforehand. So what you see is kind of live action when you see me making cards. But anyway, so I'm laying out these feathers. And I want to use a gray for the majority of them. So I use the Grout Gray from My Favorite Things. In these cards, you'll see that I use the Catherine Pooler inks, the mini ink pads for the rest of the stamping, but I don't have any of her neutrals yet. So I'm using Grout Gray and Cement Gray in the next card for the neutral colors. So I'm just conditioning the stamps, used an eraser, used my hand, get all that manufacturing seal off of it so you get a nice good stamp. And I stamped some light gray feathers all around in the background, and then I know that this main one I want to bring the color. So I have the Paradise Found mini ink pad set, and these are seriously juicy, seriously saturated ink pads. They are foam. I don't know if you've used them before, but if you have, you know they are extremely pigmented. So even the pastels are extremely pigmented. So just kind of working in these four colors that I chose, and I'm using my stamp chamois to just kind of rub off a little bit on the edges as I transition to a new color. And that's so that it's not just a, sharp line from one color to the next. So I use those four beautiful rich colors and then pick the gorgeous Get Well sentiment from the stamp set, condition that with just a regular eraser, and I use that same orange color from the stamp set to stamp the Get Well. And if you see on the stamp set, there's all these cute little dots and triangles and little additional little stamps that come with it. So I use the navy color and the yellow color and used a couple of those just to kind of add a little bit more interest to the background. Now on this next card, I'm just taking two of the bigger feathers, and again, this is where I use the cement gray, so this is a little bit deeper gray. They're both still very warm grays, but this one is definitely a few shades darker, and as I stamp it a couple times, or even a few times maybe, it does get quite rich in color, but it is still a nice, beautiful neutral. It almost has a little bit of a green tint to it, kind of like actual cement, so it's a pretty fitting name. But on this one, I know I'm going to cut it out, so I grabbed a scrap piece of cardstock and took that gorgeous teal color, and I'm just going to fussy cut it out. I do believe that there's dies for this. I'm not sure, I didn't buy them, but it's really not hard to fussy cut out. So, and boo hiss, I know for many of you, I actually don't mind fussy cutting. I know I'm strange, but I find it kind of therapeutic actually. So if you turn the paper rather than turn the scissors, you tend to get a smoother, more even cut. So just fussy cut that out, figured out where I wanted to put my sentiment. This is the Thinking of You sentiment, that beautiful scripty font that's also part of the stamp set. That's pretty much exclusively what I'm using here today on these cards. So then I use that same teal color and stamp that down directly on the card base, and then decide to pop up that middle flower. So everything else is single layer. This is one little element of dimension, but it's still pretty low profile. You shouldn't have issues sending it in the mail. So I pull off that backer and pop it up in the center, and that finishes that card. I did make another card off screen. Thanks, dead battery. I was attempting to film it, but this third card here, I just used the same ink colors, just same stamp set, and just did a different option. So very versatile stamp set, very easy to use. Bust out those colored ink pads and go to town. So I hope you enjoyed my cards today. If you did, please hit the thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. If you hit the bell, then you'll be notified anytime I post a new video. So I really appreciate you guys supporting my channel and watching these vids. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.